Hello, hello. It has been a while, and I am doing something artistic for a change. We all doing tonight, or today, actually. It is 2:39 p.m. It's kind of early for me, but I'm alone with the kids, so figured I'd say hi. Now, I have my camera at a different angle. It's down here now, so hi down there. The reason for that being is, a lot of the time, I'm going to be sitting here looking like this, so it's easier to communicate with y'all, okay? And that way you actually see my face and not the top of my head. Trust me, you don't want to see the top of my head. Big Ginger Man, thank you for the sub, brother. How are you doing? I hope you are having a great day. I am starting. I'm in voice on Xvx. If you want to join me, hop in the holding tank. I'm about to be unmuted. But yeah, I'm just going to relax today a little bit and do some artwork and have some fun and be me. So, no gaming. Well, I have been painting, well, we will say I have been painting a lot. That's a good way to put it. So, yeah, I got to get a lot of this stuff up on the Etsy shop. But yeah, I've been kind of getting carried away. And a lot of this stuff isn't up online yet on the shop at all, but I need to get it all up on the shop. Okay? Well, hey, here we are. Please excuse my desk, it's a bit of a mess, as always. But, here we go. So, how are y'all all doing today? It's been a while since I've been actually able to stream. I've been dealing with a lot of stuff with the kids, so I'm curious. How is everybody doing? I mean, I've been kind of AWOL for a while, and I haven't been able to talk to y'all and see how y'all are doing. You're doing good? I talked to Sleazy and I talked to the Conan Exiles players a lot, and I've been kind of taking a break from DU because I want to be mentally ready for launches, you know? I need to be... I need to be mentally in a good place for the game to launch, if that makes sense. And I'm not so much at the moment. So I'm trying to clear my head, get my brain going, and get my brain wrapped around the changes that are coming. You know. Not so much of a bad thing, it's just... Yeah. And Conan kind of screwed the player base with the way they handled the launch. With the 3.0. Oh my god, that was a damn nightmare. Surviving in Scotland? Yeah, I can see that. So what I am using is not actually watercolors, it is alcohol-based ink that you paint with it like watercolors, but it's a much more bright, vivid outcome. Yeah, it's... Conan's having its issues, to say the least. Now, if I'm a little slow to reply, sorry about that. I think it's going to be interesting. I hope that they do the right things to make the launch fun versus screwing the launch. Because, like with this, Conan's a prime example. They had all the right ingredients to have a beautiful 3.0 launch and a really nice added gameplay loop. And because of some technical choices they made in regards to servers and Game Pass and stuff like that, it's really, the servers are lagging, you can barely play, it's, you know, and then a lot of the modded servers aren't even working. If I froze for y'all, tell me, okay? Did I freeze for anybody else? Okay. And then 13 has some major internet issues. Now we're probably going to do some painting. I'll probably end up doing some sketching, depending on how long this goes, how long I'm able to actually go. But yeah. I am just actually at the current moment goofing off, so I'm playing with some new shapes and designs with this. The only problem being that I have to be careful because if it's still wet, I can cause bleed over in places I don't want bleed over. So, I have to be careful with it. So in a lot of ways, this process almost works backwards of what you would typically do. Because you apply your general colors first, and then you go back and add your details in. So I'm actually working on a color template for a concept for a character. You know, the colors show up a lot brighter on that camera than they are in real life. They're actually not that bright. Could just be the reflection, the lighting? Yeah, the lighting doing it. Okay, there we go. That's a little bit better. The lighting was a bit bright. Terrifying, huh? You have to see me up close. And I gotta make sure I scoot back. I don't scoot back because then you'll see my underwear, right? I'm actually wearing shorts, don't worry. And Big Ginger's in voice me. He better be really afraid.
Oh yeah.
Run, Ginger, run. Be afraid, Ginger.
Never.
Be like,
Come here, little boy. I get you.
okay, now I gotta do this other detail work, and then once I get this to dry out a little bit, which is kind of the important part, I can do some other stuff on the body and start getting into the details. Because right now you're just seeing blurs of color. So this whole thing is actually very saturated. Okay, so black, black. So, if you are joining me now and you're seeing this weird thing, don't worry, it's going to be something different once it gets done. Just be patient with me, okay? It's not going to be what you're expecting when it's done. It's going to look a lot different. I promise. Ginger, what are you up to today, bud? You sound like you're having all kinds of fun. That one must be clogged. Okay, there we go. That'll work. Arc editor? Ah. Now remember, what I'm doing right now, I'm not trying to define areas, okay? That's going to come later. All I'm working on right now is adding a little bit of color depth. That's it. Normally this would be something you would do later on, but because of the way this ink works, I have to do it in reverse. So add all the blanket colors, get some basic blobs going, and then start adding the textures and the details to the skin and adding all the other stuff. So it takes a little bit of a reverse thought process, but and it is going for a watercolor look, so also keep that in mind. A lot of this is about controlling the saturation of the brush and the paper to get the different effects you want in the different areas. Which can suck sometimes. But you also have to be very careful not to oversaturate the paper so that it actually ruins the paper. Now this is watercolor paper. It's thicker and designed to absorb more fluid, but it's still really easy to oversaturate it. And almost the trick to this is actually layering. Being patient, not trying to jump the gun, and layer in your layers of detail. Build up. Yeah, just you got to give the ink a moment to breathe and do what it's going to do and spread. And sometimes you want it to spread, you use more water, you saturate the paper heavier. Sometimes you don't want it to spread. You know, you got to just pay attention. And not worry about perfection. Perfection is the enemy of any artist. Because you will never achieve it, especially in your own eyes. And realizing that not everybody else is going to like what you're drawing. And that's okay. Now, I got my hand held like this because there's actually water in the palm of my hand. So as we're going, you're going to start seeing a lot more depth come into the color areas, a lot more texture, a lot more personality to it. You're going to start seeing more tone and shape and things. And like in the area here, you can already start seeing more details and colors and different contrasts and stuff to, you know, obviously show off body. And this is what I was talking about earlier. You have to... Hey, something off the top of my head. I had a character concept I wanted to work on a color palette for, so... The theme is... I have issues. That's the theme. Yep, we're gonna go with that. I have issues. Yep, I'm okay with that. For my book. It's a character I'm working on for a book I'm writing. There'll be some visual aspects to it, designs and stuff. And I'm an artist, so it helps me when I'm writing to know what the characters and concepts, the different aspects of it look like. Versus just, you know, it gives me a strong, and also allows me to write in the descriptive details as well a lot better. Versus just winging it every time I describe a character. Helps me keep them consistent. If that makes sense, yeah. Ugh. One second, y'all. I gotta post something real quick. I forgot to post one place that I was going live. And I'm already getting people that are mad at me. Now, y'all will have to pardon me. There will be occasions I have to run AFK randomly because of my kids. Like, I think my son just locked my dog out of the house. Now, I do also post a lot of stuff on TikTok. I have a website too. What is that command? I never can remember that command. Watch is gonna make me log back in. No, it didn't. It's worked. Okay. CloudBot. Man. Oh, social. I feel dumb now. Man, I did not type that in correctly. All right, there we go. Hey, look at that, it worked. Although apparently my Instagram got banned for some damn reason, I do not know. And then my site is jorsart.com. Okay, I gotta go let dogs in real quick. I will be right back, okay? So 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. Hello, I'm back. What up? Uh, that gave everything a little bit of time to dry. That works out really good. Why is this one not working? That tip gets spun around backwards. Or is it really clogged? It was working. It's just dry as a bone, not working. Okay. I guess it decided it didn't want to be my friend. well. I'll have to worry about it later. Now, when you start doing the detail work is when you want to start really controlling your water flow and making sure that you're not over diluting the ink. And a lot of times with like shade work and detail work like this, you can actually go back after it's had a second to dry and add a bit of a feathered effect, so it gives it a bit more of a, so you'll go through, spread it to where you want the dark areas to be, and then wait a second and come back, and when you come back it gives a little bit lighter of a spread. And then give it a few more minutes and come back and it does even lighter. Hey, Princess, what's wrong? Now, y'all might see my kids come in from time to time. Just a heads up. I am a single dad now, so you're going to see that more often. Now, if y'all have any questions for what I'm doing, don't be afraid to ask, okay? Yeah. The basic part of it. I haven't gotten to the detail part of it yet. It's not so much of a scale work either, it's more of a texturing. While trying to keep the pin out of the way. In case you're wondering, the holding the 3 pins is why I took my ring off, because it's a little bit more awkward to do when I have a ring on. If I had my ring on, I would be. I wonder if I can zoom that camera in any. Nope, I can't. Hmm. Ooh, that looks a little bit better. You can actually see more of the detail now. Hold on, I'm kind of... See, now that's closer to what I'm actually... Okay, that's actually more accurate. Oh, well, there's cats and dogs in here, so I wouldn't doubt it. There we go. Now y'all are seeing more of what I'm actually seeing, because that's what it looks like to me. I hope that actually looks better now. Harry. Come on. I love you too. Yeah. Like your doggy. Oh, my doggy. Yeah. My big boy. That's my big baby, huh? Come on. Okay, time for you to go. Yeah, it looks a lot different when it's not overly saturated, right? Okay, so that's actually working to give me the texture I'm looking for. So let's take a break from this for a minute. Now that everything else has had a really good opportunity to dry here. Rome. I know what you're referring to, but I never actually played with the stuff. It came, I guess you would say, well after my childhood. But then again, I was also lucky enough to be in the generation that Legos didn't cost $200 a set. You can get your $5 allowance, go to Walmart, and get yourself a box of Legos. Nowadays, for $5, you get a Lego man. Connects. I like director sets. Yeah, I was a really big erector set guy. I love Legos and erectors. That's why I like the erector. I had all the motorized stuff with it, and now, granted, I think I've caused a few fires and a few household accidents with it. The erector set I had was actually a pretty old one. It was my grandfather's when he was a kid. So when I say old, I'm talking old. Like, I think it actually came in a wooden box. Ain't that the truth? What's a metapod? Oh, okay. I have never played Pokemon. I know who Pikachu is and Charizard. That's about it. I've never played it. But then again, I never watched Mr. Rogers till I was an adult. So my dad was afraid Mr. Rogers would turn us gay. Keep in mind, those were his words, not mine. Guess I can't say too much. Oh, the screwed up things our parents did to us in that generation. I can see where that would be an evolution. I see what you're talking about now. He has a very angry cow. Sorry, I just saw the picture you sent me. Yeah, you got butterfly. He does look like a cocoon, so butterfly. Although he should have been a caterpillar first. Oh, he was? Wasn't there one Pokemon that turned into like a sexy woman or something? Had like, you know, full on boobage going on and like full figure and everything? And went from innocent little cute Pokemon to should have been in a anime. Like a, you know, ecchi. At least that's what I heard anyway. I had a friend of mine that was really big into Pokemon, and I remember when that happened, he lost his shit. There's a Pokemon that doesn't have any evolution but looks like a woman. I know there's the one that's an angel. Or is that Digimon? I don't know. All that crap got so confusing. I couldn't keep up with it. Digimon, Pokemon. I know Pokemon was the original. I permitted it, yeah. You said, I don't know why. I don't have strict stuff on here. This is a mature stream. I don't know why you got flagged for that. That seems stupid, but... Misogyny. It's saying misogyny. Hey, Twitch, my stream's marked mature. Leave it alone. He's quoting music, you ding dong. TwitchBot needs to go home. TwitchBot, you're drunk? Yeah, I can see that. I can get behind that statement. Hey, 13, what's up? Why doesn't anybody ever listen to me? I said it wasn't going to be what you're expecting. Metapod Secret Evolution.
Hello.
Hey, what's up?
Not much. Went to the store, got some stuff. Took a drive around town real quick. Saw real life for a moment.
Ooh, that's scary.
Not like what you drive around in.
Yeah, your real life's probably a lot more peaceful. Am I right?
Yeah, you are.
Hello.
How's it going?
Doing good. How are you doing?
Just watching, Metapod Sacred Evolution come into life. I love it. I'm gonna go ahead and mute that though, but I'll hear my own self, because that's a little ridiculous.
Metapod Secret Evolution, huh?
Yeah, whenever you sit there and beat Metapod up too much, and then he gets really pissed off and evolves in the wrong way.
So, kind of like his Super Saiyan?
Yeah, pretty much. Except he never stops.
I honestly, I never saw any of the Pokemon shows. I never played any of the games.
So, as far as like the first game went, my favorite thing about the first game is like the Pokemon descriptions. Because the descriptions, like 50% of the descriptions are super dark. Like the ghost Pokemon are pretty much like like literally ghosts. They're like vengeful spirits or some shit that were turned into Pokemon. I was like, wait, what? As a kid, they were interesting.
Yeah, that's a little messed up. But then again, my teenage years was when they introduced Harley Quinn. I mean,
That's fair. I mean, the Pokemon games were just fun for what they were. It was just... Sorry. It was just, like, hours of basically sitting there running around and leveling up 6 creatures in a party.
yeah.
Basically getting strong enough to one-tap other trainers. I don't know, there's tons of games like it now, so...
And I still don't play any of them.
No. They're nothing to really, like, shake a stick at. I love playing them for the nostalgia reasons.
Yeah. I can see that. Wrong one. Where's it at? That's the right one.
So it looks like the his left arm may have gotten away from you a little bit there.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah,
haven't
just
done
do
the
that, like, right
details.
towards the end.
I still got to do the details on it.
That's fair. That's fair. The details will definitely change that up a bit.
Yeah.
Give more orientation to it.
And remember, this is just a rough draft.
It's a nice way to veg out after work. So are you gonna be doing that scale like texture all the way along it, or are you just gonna do it in certain spots?
I haven't decided yet.
So I noticed you did go further down the arm there.
Yeah, on the inside of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I haven't decided yet how I'm going to process it and go with it. Like I said, this is a rough conceptual.
I mean, just looking at him like from there, he almost looks snake-like.
Yeah, the body is.
Fair enough. So what kind of story are you writing where this is a character in?
This character is the results of a corporation playing God.
Okay. So so is it like sci-fi or is it like almost Lovecraftian?
Sci-fi.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll notice that as I'm going, I tend to jump around the artwork I'm working on a lot.
I'm assuming you're trying to let it dry.
Yeah, well, this is ink and water, so
Yeah. It looked relatively watercolory, so I wasn't sure.
yeah. The funny part is, it's not actually scales.
Okay.
It's the divots in this internal surface of the outer thing that's holding the creature together.
Hmm. Okay.
So the creature is a liquid-based creature, and the body is basically a membrane that was designed to hold it together, give it form, and allow it to be strong.
Little fucking gnat. There's a gnat that keeps flying onto my freaking arm. That's interesting.
But they implanted a human consciousness into it. The problem was they discovered that no matter how tough they made the membrane, if it did get punctured, this unit would become worthless. So after the initial prototype, it was scratched. Because, well, who wants a warrior that's going to pop like a water balloon?
Yeah. Sounds like a serious flaw in design.
Well, they thought they could make a membrane that wouldn't be puncturable. Didn't work that well.
It's wild. I like how they have the technology to fuse a mental aspect into sentient water, but not create.
That's what's
functioning
behind
membrane.
the mask.
Okay, so that's supposed to be a mask.
Yeah, it keeps its vitals, the parts like the brain and stuff, behind the mask.
So are we talking technologically enhanced humans, or?
So the concept of the story is, as humans, we go through two major crises, okay?
Mm-hmm.
The first major crisis is basically there's this massive war on the planet, okay? Now, the war doesn't change a lot. It's just another world war. We move on, okay? And it was important that I did it that way, because I didn't want the war to be the end of the humanity, okay? But that's overdone. But,
Right.
there was a doctor, or scientist, that does basically cybernetic prosthetics. And there's a lot of corporations that are basically making really big money off replacing limbs for people that were hurt in this massive war. And in the story, they don't call it a world war because it's literally the entire world, so they didn't felt that old classification fit. They just refer to it as the war.
The war to end all wars. I get you. So,
But So he basically starts using his wealth that he makes from other inventions to anybody. If you go to him and you were hurt and something's happened, he will basically replace the body part for you. But he replaces them with parts that look organic, like you can actually feel, touch, and use it like a normal body part. So you can go back to a normal life. They're tuned to be as strong and have muscle memory to where they learn. So if you're working out, your two arms, if one arm's fake and one arm is real, they will grow in strength together. So it's some pretty complicated stuff. Well, in the process of doing this, his wife was a paraplegic because of the war. That's the reason why he's working on all this technology. Her brain's alive, but her body's dead. Like, she can't do nothing. But she's there. And she communicates through the computer. Well, he finally develops the technology to basically replace her body. This is all prequel part stuff, so it's no spoilers, okay? And there's a large corporation decides they want this technology because, first of all, it would make their owner, Jessica Lemoy, immortal. And second of all, it would make their corporation, well, a lot of damn money.
Well, yeah.
So, two methods agreed and a lot of backing, you know what happens. Well, he kind of gets this reputation of being known as kind of like the savior of the human race. Because he basically rebuilt humanity because there was that many people that were hurt. You know, reuniting families, giving fathers and mothers a chance to work again and support their families, and making children whole again after losing parts of their body and stuff. But Lemoy Corporation and a bunch of other corporations, they figure out over time how to drill down and harvest materials from the core of the planet. Well, the problem with that is if you put too many twigs in a stream, you know what happens.
Yeah.
Eventually it slows down. Well, the same thing happened. Too many drills were in the core, and it started slowing the flow of the liquid materials in the core. So it turned into this whole situation to where the planet was basically stopping spinning. Because the spinning of the core is what keeps gravity going, keeps the planet spinning in a lot of ways. You know. So he figures out, the same doctor and his team figure out that they can basically send their nanite technology and basically bombs down these drills. So they talk to the governments and get permission. They take control of all the drills and drop thousands of these essentially massive containers full of nanite technology into the core. And they go down there and they use the materials that are there, and they build an AI, a giant machine that its entire job is to keep the planet spinning, keep the animals healthy, keep the planet warm, and basically keep the planet alive.
Right.
So, once again, he saves humanity.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the planet's core is an AI. Well,
There's your first problem.
no, that's not a bad thing. This isn't an AI doomsday, okay? It's very much a child. It has to learn, just like any AI. And it sees that it has humans that are constantly trying to kill the planet, and the planet, which is via the humans' actions, killing the humans. So, as a child mentality, the core decides that the only way to keep the planet alive and keep the humans alive is to separate the two children, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So it ejects all human structures from the surface,
Yeah.
where it looks like a floating continent web around the planet. And all the humans are on that web. And the AI goes into basically repair mode, repairing the planet. So the planet ends up looking like this utopia, and majority of the humans live on that floating continent series. And over time, it ends up being that LeBoy Corporation, because she's, well, immortal, ends up owning majority of that.
Obviously.
And the funny thing is, she doesn't know it's an AI, and that it's her worst enemy. And she's feeding the core. She's been dumping nanite paste, or nanite solution, into the core in bulk for the last 2,000 years, thinking it was keeping the planet alive when it was actually giving it materials to fix the planet. And keep her off the surface. Yeah, he has an R&D department, and the R&D department is always experimenting with new technologies to make new soldiers, new military, new weapons. And this guy is a subject of one of those experiments. He was a failed experiment. Well, he ends up managing to escape and gets down on the surface, and the AI of the core identifies him. What's up, Storm Still? And helps him. So he ends up basically, this character ends up serving as a, basically, I had to say, it's kind of like a messenger and helper of the core. Not a soldier.
Mm-hmm.
So over time, the core ends up changing his body to give him actual hands. So he goes from this to being more of a humanoid looking with functional hands and a functional face and stuff too. It tries to restore him to what he looked like before they took his brain out of a human body. So throughout the story of the book, every time they see him, he looks a little bit different. He's being slowly put back to the way he was. Made whole again.
Right.
Yeah, Stormstill, I am. As I'm talking, I'm sitting here adding more and more detail to this thing.
Reminds me a lot of Shadowrun. Shadowrun.
I'm not familiar with it.
Tabletop RPG that deals with massive conglomerate corporations and multi-dimensional beings.
Oh.
It's a good time. Similar to it's like sci-fi version of D&D but super crunchy.
Gotcha.
Lot of dice.
There was a whole genre of games where we're like, how many dice can we use in this one?
Well, I mean, it's all D6s, but like, you literally are going at times throwing like 50, 60 sticks.
Oh, guys, I hate to do this, but I gotta get going. Wife just showed up. So I will catch you all later. I gotta go.
You're
Take care,
crazy.
y'all.
I'm probably gonna take a nap.